Okay, so we have Coach Finidi George, one of the first Nigerians to ever win the prestigious UEFA Champions League. Good morning, Coach, and how are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm fine. I'm fine. As you can see, we are in preparation, for the new season. So all is well.
Okay, Coach, your reflections from last season, it looked like last season wasn't really a very comfortable season for you, your debut season in the Nigerian Professional Football League. So, what are the things you felt like you didn't get right last season, but this season you would want to get it right?
I think last season we started well, but along the way, few things happened, which I cannot talk about. But yeah, I think it was not a good season, for me and for Enyimba, for the supporters. So for me to be here for another season. Um, I think we just have to do things differently, and that's what we're going to do. We have a couple of new players who trying to let them understand how we work here, the aim for this season. So I think they are buying into it, and I think definitely by the time the league starts, we'll know where we stand. So these friendly games will really let us know where we are at the moment, and at the end of the preseason, we can assess the players, and once the season kicks off, we'll know where we are.
All right, Coach, you lost a couple of fantastic players last season, the likes of Victor Mboma, who hit double figures. Augustine Oladapo was a stalwart in the team. Cyril Olisema was also a stalwart in the team. The likes of Dakwa also, like a couple of players actually left the team. And we know that you've also brought reinforcement and replacement for these players. But are you sure you wouldn't miss these players because some of them were the mainstay of this team last season?
I only talk about players that I have at the moment. So players that are not in Enyimba, I cannot speak about them. I only talk about the players I have, concentrate in what I have now, and see how I can get the results. So I think we brought in, I would say, a couple of new good players. So football is all about team game, team sports, and I think we're working towards that. And from what I'm seeing in training, I think it's gonna be something different from last season.
Enyimba is a team that is known to always play in the continent, and we were not in the continent. We are not playing in the continent this season. So, are you trying to guarantee us that next season we're going to play in the continent, even if it's not the CAF Champions League, at least the CAF Confederations Cup? Considering the fact that a prestigious club like this, rich history, winning the CAF Champions League in 2003 and 2004 respectively, we need to be a dominant force in African football.
Uh, yeah, that's Enyimba is just you have to compete. We're not playing for sixth or seventh position like it happened last season. We want to play to see how we can win the league. That is our aim, objective for this season, and if that is not possible, definitely get a continental ticket. So what my aim for this season is to go for the league, and I think the new players that are on board, I think we'll be able to achieve that. We'll see how it goes.
Now, Coach, away from Enyimba, you are someone who played football at the highest level for the national team. You played internationally. There has been this clarion call, and also from your office as the assistant manager at the Super Eagles, there has been this clarion call for the inclusion of home-based players into the national team setup. What's your take on that?
I think that's something we should look at. We are talking about the goalkeeping department, and I think those that are in charge will try to do a good job and see if they can add one or two Premier League players or goalkeepers. And even I'm of the opinion that even more players from the league here should join the team. So we'll see how it goes. We'll try to help Peseiro and give him all the best advice that he will need, and yeah, if he's going to pick 3 or 4, so be it. So we'll help him on that, and then see how we can move Nigerian football forward.